I got fired by a client, and it was very uncomfortable, and it wasn't something that I was planning or expecting. In fact, I thought I was doing a great job, and it came as a total surprise to both me and the team that I was working with at the client, in addition to my own team at improving. Suffice it to say, the fallout was nearly immediate because, in effect, they had given me 2 weeks' notice rather than the other way around. And it put me in quite a position where I was beginning to question my value as a consultant. More importantly, my value as a leader. It caused me to reflect and ask myself, what did I do wrong? What could I do differently? In fact, because there was a statement on an evaluation that was very vague and nebulous, where I needed to work on my executive communication, I didn't even know what that meant. What I did know is that as a leader, I wasn't going to let a single setback tie me up in knots and stop me from being productive, moving forward, and getting work done. I looked at it and I went, okay, what does executive communication look like? And how do I improve that? And I got to work. In addition, I figured out that there is a difference between the team that I'm hired to assist and the person who's paying the bill. And ultimately, as a consultant in a leadership role, I need to balance the commitment between the economic buyer and the folks that I'm there to assist. And that oftentimes is a real challenge for most leaders to get into and navigate. Because in a sense, we've got two competing and oftentimes opposed interests at hand. Learning to navigate that, learning to balance that, and learning how to effectively communicate through that is a challenge that almost every leader may end up encountering at some point in their career. So when you're faced with ambiguous feedback, and when you're faced with a setback, and when you're faced with competing interests, know and understand there is no one best way to navigate it. Oftentimes, it's just going to be experimenting, adapting, and kind of sensing your way through the situation. And if you get fired in the process of trying to do the right thing, getting work done, you're in good company.